Welcome to Steve Marriott Coaching. Now this video is called Make Development Personal. And the reason I've done that is because for far too many people who I encounter, they seem to have handed over the reins of responsibility for their personal development to someone else. Maybe that's the HR team, the training, learning and development team, or even their line manager. Now that can't be the recipe for fulfilling and really impactful personal development, because as the name suggests, it's yours, it's on you. So I consider myself fortunate enough to work with what I call learning and development monsters, people who are at the top of their game when it comes to personal development, either in what they've achieved or the methodology that they're putting into practice. So I want to share with you some of the things that they all hold together, regardless of what they're developing in, some of the consistent mindsets and approaches that they use that you could use just as easily to become a learning and development monster yourself. See, the first thing that these people share is an understanding that their personal development is not a spectator sport. It's full contact, it's full participation. These are the people who not only get on the pitch, they stay on the pitch as well. So what are the things that I've picked up from them that I can share with you? And so how do you become a development monster? Well, the first thing is know yourself. The people who I consider to be brilliant at personal development are intimately aware of themselves, their capabilities, what they're good at, what they're not so good at, what they like, what they don't like, what brings them alive, what doesn't. They've probably done 360-degree feedback, or they're constantly asking for feedback, and they use it. They don't ignore it. They will experiment with psychometrics. Anything that gives them a deeper or better understanding of themselves, they're at the front of the queue. So that's what you can do first. Get intimate knowledge of yourself. So get a blank piece of paper to start with. Write down what you like, what you don't like, what you're good at, what you're not so good at. Then go get some feedback. Then maybe do a psychometric. But the richer the picture, the richer the understanding that you have of yourself, the better you're going to be when it comes to personal development. Secondly, they know their why. For far too many people, they enter into personal development because of someone else's why. So it might be their line manager telling them they need to improve. It might be from some feedback that they've had. It might even be something their mum and dad have wanted them to do. That's never going to give you the level of motivation that will enable you to dig deep when things get difficult. Learning monsters have connected their why with their purpose and their sense of values. They are really, really in full ownership of why they want to do this development. So do the same for yourself. Get rid of all the reasons why everyone else wants you to develop and really connect with why do you want to develop? How is it going to align with your values? How is it going to align with your sense of purpose? Step 3, learning monsters know what to do. So not only do they know an honest assessment of their current delivery and capability and their desired level of capability, they also have charted a path as to how they're going to bridge the gap. So that's the basics. Where are you now? Where do you need to be? And what are the sequential steps that you need to undertake? But on top of that, the very best people in personal development also understand the process that they're going to go through. They know that powerful learning has got 4 stages, 2 in, 2 out. They know about input, so they will know how they're going to get the knowledge, the learning, the input. Are they going to read a book? Are they going to go on a course? Are they going to get a mentor? Secondly, they're going to know how they're going to retain the knowledge so they just don't forget it overnight. So they will make it memorable. They'll make lots of connections to their real world and how they're going to go and put this into practice. The outward way, they're going to constantly keep reminding themselves. So maybe they reread their notes. Maybe they just keep practicing and testing themselves. But fundamentally, the key to it all is regular application, regular practice. So build that into your what as well. So what are the means that you're going to get your development in? So what's your preferred weapon of choice? How are you going to make it connect to your real world and what you do? How are you going to keep reminding yourself? So maybe it's a mood wall, maybe it's a journal, maybe it's constantly testing yourself. But fundamentally, how are you going to build in regular practice into your daily routine? Which brings us to step 4. Learning monsters do something about their learning and personal development every single day. Maybe not massive, but what they do is they make it a habit, a ritual and a routine to constantly be doing something that makes them better every single day. And that's something that you need to do. Just like cleaning your teeth, having breakfast, make reading, learning, practicing part of your daily routine. And the fifth thing that they do, learning monsters recognize the power of progress. So rather than rushing to the top of the mountain and trying to win the final prize, they stop and take in the view. Every week, every day, they will make a moment to actually look at where they come from. And they'll recognize that whatever steps they've taken, they are moving in the right direction and they're going to feed on that progress. So those are the things that you can do. Know yourself, know your why, know what it is that you're going to do something every single day, and recognize and feed on the power of progress. That's how you become a development monster. Hope these have been useful ideas. I hope that gets you well on your way to taking back the reins of responsibility for your personal development. As always, I'd love you to subscribe to this. Please share this video with people who you know will benefit from it, and click on like, and I'll keep the videos coming. See you next time.